So if you want to take off that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Our video today takes us to Seattle, Washington, where we find our blubbering buffoon buddy Glenda, who had his feelings hurt by a female police officer, and he wants to file a complaint. Now, this is an older video, but well worth watching because it shows how Glenn began his career as a cop hater. Enjoy! Hey, don't forget, Mr. Serio, I'm exposing you for the racist, bigoted, misogynistic pig that you are. And I don't care if I ever make a dime on these videos on YouTube, because I've always included your racist rants, which you have now taken down from your channel. Isn't that coincidental? Took down the rants about you being a racist. Oh, how lovely. Enjoy the video.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello? Is there a sergeant available?
What's that?
Is there a sergeant available?
It might be tight. Can I ask what you're looking for?
Well, I have a complaint about an officer.
Okay.
And she refused to identify herself, and she was getting really hostile. And
Glenn, she was hostile towards you? That sounds like the perfect love connection, Glenn. You should pursue her.
And pretty much just wasn't doing her job and was actually trying to arrest me in the process. So I would like to complain about her. And it is your policy to identify, correct?
If it depends on the circumstance.
SPD policy,
yes.
It's required to identify it fast.
It depends on the circumstance.
What circumstance?
Generally, yes.
What circumstance?
And I need to let you know we're being audio and video recorded.
Sure.
Officer safety, scene control, public safety. If all those things are met, then yes.
How about if a civilian like me asks you to identify yourself?
Look, Brainiac, the officer just explained that to you. Were you not listening?
Well, again, I just explained to you where it might not be an immediate answer.
Right.
When and where did this happen? And I'll go see if we have a supervisor.
This happened on 7th.
What's that?
On 7th, 7th and by the Regal Theater, right across the street from the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, you're in the wrong precinct then. I mean, it's not going to...
Well, I went to the east one and they were closed. No one was there.
Yeah, I don't know if the sergeant here is going to be able to help you.
Well, you have the codes for everyone. You know the badge numbers, so they have all that information. So
I don't know if we do.
I know they do.
What's that?
I know they do.
How?
Because I've met with SPD many times and they've looked it up.
That could be true, officer. You're speaking with Glenn Crybaby Serio, and he files a complaint against anyone for any reason.
A few minutes later.
Honestly, that has nothing to do with what I'm here for. I'm not here to answer your questions. You're here to answer my questions.
Okay, wow.
So
Go ahead and have a seat, and I'll get with you as soon as I can.
I'll stand right here.
No, go ahead and have a seat,
I'll
or you can wait outside.
I'll stand right here.
I'm trying to help you, but I've got stuff I need to do here on the phone that I don't want you to listen to.
Oh, I can step back right here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Go ahead and have a seat.
I won't have a seat. I refuse to have a seat.
Then I refuse. There's nothing I can do to
Then
help
I'll just
you.
call the police
Just
and
go
say you're
ahead and
refusing.
Stand on the far side
No.
of the lobby. That's what I'm asking
I'm
so that I can assist you. If you're not willing to do that,
If-
I suggest you go to the precinct where this occurred, like I explained.
So if you're refusing to do your job, give me your badge. That is now my badge.
What is this idiot babbling about? Give me your vest. Well, two things, Glenn. If you did have a seat, you most likely would break that chair. And secondly, that vest will not fit your massive frame. So please, shut your mouth.
That is now my badge. You work for me. You are a public servant. You are a public servant. You work for me.
Do not want my assistance? Go to the correct.
I've already told you everything, all the
I've
information.
already told you what it takes.
I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse.
That's fine.
When will the sergeant be here? When will the sergeant be here?
I don't know. Because you're delaying this process, it's not going to be immediate. I can tell you that.
So you haven't called him?
What's that?
You haven't called the sergeant?
No, I didn't say that.
You said because I'm delaying the process, it's not going to be immediate.
You are absolutely correct, Glenn. Because you are batshit crazy, the process has been delayed. Now, if you would like to cooperate and go along with the program, but no, you don't want to do that.
It's not going to be immediate. That's correct.
Okay, so you're not doing your job, right?
No, that's not correct.
It sounds like you're not doing your job.
That's the way you want us to do it. There's nothing I can do.
Well, you're giving me an ultimatum. Sit down or...
An accurate statement.
You're saying sit down or I won't speak to the sergeant, basically. That's pretty much what you said.
What I said is I need to do, so it's clear, are you recording? Is this going to be on your recording or are you going to edit it out?
This is on my recording. This is all on my...
So we're clear, is I have business, I have to be on this phone, I do not want you to be within earshot of.
And
That's why I asked you to sit to the far side of the lobby. You refused to do that, so that put that process to a stop.
so I can't see nothing.
Glenn, you can't see nothing? What kind of grammar is that? Especially when you have such a high level of education in English.
I've actually studied English and I have over a 400 level education in English. I can't see anything over that counter. You are protected.
It might not work. If it doesn't work, that's on you. If it does, that's because you make me take extra steps. That's why it's not going to be immediate. It's going to be delayed. That's on you.
You're behind bulletproof glass. You're behind a wall. Your computers are facing that direction. There is no information I can see. I can only see you.
I don't agree with that statement.
What can I see? There's absolutely nothing I can see. I can see the back of a computer monitor. I can see a flag that looks old, like it's been dipped in a toilet.
Speaking of something that looks like it was dipped in a toilet, Glenn, what do you have to say about your backside hanging out?
I can see the Officer of the Year, but I don't see critical information that you are supposedly saying that I can see. Learn your job, okay, buddy? I'll teach you.
What was that?
I said learn your job, I'll teach you.
If that makes you feel better about your
I will teach you. I'm here to teach you.
Okay. Let me know when that starts.
Oh, it started, believe me.
I find it rather ironic that Glenn, who is an unemployed blubbering buffoon, is going to teach the police officer how to do his job. Glenn, tell us more about that.
You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Sorry, what was that ETA?
Not immediate. That was the ETA.
Not immediate. So what is that range? Is that 5 minutes? Is that 1 hour?
No. Depends on how much longer you interrupt me, how much longer you take me away from this. Again, entirely in your control.
I'm stopping you from doing your job? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
How is that?
Because every time I stop doing what I'm doing here to address yet another question of yours, this is not getting done and the progress stops.
So you can't work and talk at the same time? You don't have
I'm not going to do that.
multitask ability?
Oh, yes, indeed, Glenn. The officer has the ability to multitask, but right now he's awestruck because he's the first person to ever see Bigfoot in person.
But I'm not going to risk it with you and your desired effect here. I'm not going to risk it. So anytime you have a question you want me to address, because I don't want you to then accuse me of not serving you, I'm going to stop what I'm doing here to address your concern.
You've already kind of
Once we're done, I'll get back to this.
You've already kind of done that though when you refused, right? You refused when I said I wouldn't sit down. You did. It's on camera. We have it. We both. So we both have it on camera, right? We both have this on camera. We can play it back and we can watch it, right? Correct? Well, that's downloaded every night, right?
Glenn knows all about technical things, officer. He's a coder. Yes, he writes code. Now, the only problem is, I guess no one will hire him because of his police record. Gee whiz, that's a shame, Glenn.
Well, there's cameras there. There's camera there. There's camera there.
Yes, there are plenty of cameras.
So I think it's all recorded. I don't see any issue here.
Okay, good. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, do your job. Call the sergeant.
I'm working on it.
Call. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone.
It's not how it works.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Or you can go in the back room and get them.
Yes, I can. And that's what I'm working towards.
I could knock. If you want me to knock, I could knock.
That doesn't go anywhere. That just goes to our roll call room.
I'm sure they can hear a knock.
Right about now, we all wish that there was a sign in the lobby like this one right here. We refuse the right to serve Glenn Serio. Now get out.
I will tell you, however, if you're asked not to knock, you continue to knock, then you start taking yourself down a different course.
So who has...
Now you're losing the high ground. So I'm telling you now, you step in between here, that is not acceptable behavior. But do what you want to
This is a public lobby.
to get done.
This is a public lobby. There is no restricted areas. There is no restricted signs here. Unless I go through that door, then I'm breaking the law.
I don't agree with that statement.
Because you don't know the law.
Test it. If you want to test it, go ahead and test it. But I don't agree with that statement.
We said what? What did we say?
Glenn is so stupid he doesn't realize he can be trespassed from a public building, but he's trying his best to get a trespass. Oh, how we would love to see him get arrested. Unfortunately, it won't happen this trip out.
It is your duty to protect any critical or crucial information. If I can see it, I can record it. If I can see it from a public standpoint, I can record it.
We will do this. We will do this.
It is your job.
Everything is put on hold until I am convinced you're not going to be exposed to critical information. That's your request.
So you're
I don't know how well that works out for you.
so you're refusing to do your job.
No, I am putting everything on hold per your request.
Now you're taking a break. You have a Diet Coke.
The critical information, that's your request, not mine.
So now you're drinking Diet Coke on the job.
Yes, I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Okay. Do I pay you to drink Diet Coke?
No, you don't. This is my Diet Coke. This is my time.
I'm a taxpayer.
To help.
That's right, Glenn. You stand up and you tell that officer he can't trespass your eyes. But please, don't stand there and tell us how you're going to pay for this man's uniform and his car and everything else.
I pay for that uniform. I pay for that car. I'm the taxpayer, right? You work for me, right?
Both
You haven't helped me. You've only
done and you don't want it
You've
done.
only-
So you go ahead and do whatever you need to do and get whatever you need to get on recording. If it makes you feel better about yourself, just keep in mind I've already spelled out that the work you're asking me to do is now on hold.
You haven't helped me once. You've kept me in this lobby and you've wanted to keep me in this lobby. You want to protect your officers because you have a brotherhood. You have a brother and a sisterhood, and you're here to protect them. So you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Or stand if you want to. It's your request.
You're an idiot.
No, Glenn. The officer is not the idiot. You're the idiot. And it looks like you've been dismissed because you're a little, bad boy.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
You've already refused and you've already walked away. You've already refused and you've already walked away.
5 minutes later.
You've abandoned your post, correct? No, that's not correct. Yes. And we're still waiting for a sergeant. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. I want you to record me. I want it. And you should want the public to record you as well. You shouldn't fear cameras. You shouldn't fear cameras, okay? About your privacy concern, they do have privacy screens you can put on monitors. About your privacy issue with the computers, the monitors, you can have privacy screens put on those monitors.
Sure thing, Glenn, right away. We'll just ask the taxpayers to fork over more money because you're a taxpayer, right, Glenn? Oh, I forgot. You're an uneducated, unemployed buffoon who collects a welfare check. My bad.
Oh, you guys have plenty of money. Your budget's huge. Your budget is huge. Huge. What's privacy screen? $2 on Amazon? You must be one of the old cops. You got that bad attitude. You got that real bad, you know.
I'm glad I don't disappoint you.
Well, they're trying to make changes within SPD. Hopefully they, cut the bad apples. You got to remove the cancer. The cancer has to be removed. It's too bad you're not a good cop.
He is a good cop, Glenn, because you would have been trespassed long ago or possibly fitted with a pair of shiny bracelets.
It's sad. It's unfortunate because this could have went a whole nother direction, but you wanted it. You wanted control. You want to control the public. You want to arrest people. You think that you're above the public. You work for me. I pay your salary. Got it? That's the way it works. What's that?
Are you the one I talked to get a raise then?
I mean, I could put a good word in. Sure, why not? I could, if you were a good cop, I'd go to the chief of police or the lieutenant and say, hey, this guy's doing a good job. He deserves, he's doing a good job. He's a desk cop, but you're doing a bad job as a desk cop.
Regardless of your opinion, Glenda, this man is employed, whereas you are unemployed. All you do is post videos on YouTube. That's your only source of income. Oh, well, of course, besides your dole that you received there in Washington State.
It could have went another way, man. It could have went another way. It didn't have to go the way you wanted it to go. It's unfortunate that you guys are in this, you guys are here because one bad apple ruins the whole batch, right? Get you some anger management courses, get you some type of psychiatric attention where you can, figure out what's going on, what's bothering you,
That is ironic coming from a person who is detached from reality. Glenn, there's really something wrong with you upstairs, bro. You're the one that needs to see a psychiatrist. And speaking of apples, you should try eating some apples. Perhaps you would lose that massive gut that you have.
Something bothering you, right? You want to take it on the people. You want to arrest them. You want to slam their head in the pavement. You want to get everyone's a criminal, right? There is no good public citizen, only the cop, right? It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate.
Okay, so I have talked to Officer Griffin and Sergeant Del Fiore. They are expecting you down at the West Precinct, and they will be able to address that call specifically with you.
Okay. What is the address of the West Precinct?
It's right there,
810 Virginia Street.
Yeah, 810 Virginia Street.
Okay, well,
You can bet your bottom dollar that Glenn is going to head over to that address right this minute because he wants action and he wants it now.
my last recommendation for you is get some counseling, buddy. Don't treat the public. Don't treat the public like shit. Don't treat the public like shit. Don't try to like escalate the situation. Just because I'm holding the camera, don't be scared of the camera, okay? You have a camera, there's cameras everywhere. When you walk down the street, there's 1,000 cameras. So just don't be afraid of the public, man.
Afraid of the camera.
Well, you have,
People behind the camera that turn it into the circus that it usually.
it's not a circus. It doesn't have to be. You could be the good cop. You could be the great guy.
Waiting for you down at the
I'll be there.
Hopefully they'll be able to help you to the degree you insist on.
Try to work on your people skills. Honestly, try to work. I'm serious. Try to work.
Have yourself a good one.
Work.
Glenn is a real tough guy around cops, isn't he? Let's take a look at what he does around African American officers. Roll that clip.
You work for me. You are my slave. You work for me. I brought you from Africa, you motherfucker. I brought you from Africa, motherfucker. You are my bitch.
And here is more proof that Glenn is a racist pig. Roll that clip.
Okay, you held up traffic. It's crowded street. It's snow and ice out here, and on top of that, what you said, you out there harassing somebody else again? Is that correct?
Yes,
And
I
then
did.
on top of that, I said, "Sir, I need you to move on." And you said, "Your words exactly. Fuck you, nigga."
I didn't say
And
that.
then you said
That's
it
not
again.
true.
Fuck you, nigga.
That's not true.
I precisely
That's
remember
not
that.
true.
Okay, it doesn't make a difference at this point. Let me see your driver's license and your registration, please.
Enough of that. Back to our story. Well, there you have it, folks. Glenn's early days when he still lived in Seattle. He was still an idiot then, and he's an idiot now. No doubt about it. Hey, don't forget to send him an email. There's his address on the left-hand side of my picture. And there's his post office box in Mukilteo, Washington. Now, that's not doxing, Glenn. That's right from your YouTube channel. You posted that there for everybody to see. As always, he's an idiot. Just remember that. If you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.